Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Apocalypse in our Final Federation series. We are starting to pick up a lot of speed, especially since we just gained a lot of influence from uplifting a species in the previous episode. So, what I'm focusing on now is getting my ships ready, getting some of my border stations ready. Hang on. A statistically significant group of Hantak citizens, this is from the uplift, appear unsatisfied with our teachings on the nature of the cosmos. An unknown individual or group among them is circulating some spurious codex that attaches undue importance to the Hantak and their uplifting by the unified Solar Republic. Alright, so this is spiritualism. We need them to be materialists, so let's set them straight by any means necessary. There's that. So yeah, we are building up our border stations as much as we can. Let's continue this deal, sure. We have a lot of resources available to us again, which is nice. I'm going to talk to... Have we done all these yet? No, yeah, we have. I like the idea of a festival, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. We don't have Zuragel. I thought we did, but I guess it ran out a while ago. So let's go ahead and do that. We do have that going, and then the Riggin Commerce Exchange we are good with. Okay, yeah. So we've basically got a bunch of expansion happening in a bunch of different places at once. We have a lot of influence to do it with, and a lot of influence coming in per month. So things are generally going quite well. Yep, spice must flow.
Construction completed.
And we are preparing to attack the XT-49 Eliminators at long last. While the unified Solar Republic provides a solid structure upon which to model their internal social order, it may not be necessarily what suits the uplifted Hantak best. So we'd rather they be egalitarian. Self-realization comes only through independence. I love that you get to mold species with this. It's so cool. This is actually becoming a fairly substantial sector over here compared to my other ones. Size-wise, it's similar, and it won't be much bigger once it's fully expanded, which might be happening pretty soon now. Also, I think I need to go ahead and fully reinforce my 2 fleets, and they will be 100% ready to go. All right, the Imdar station. Oh yeah, you know what?
Ship upgrades applied.
I've got so many minerals. This is one thing I definitely need to use them on.
Species modification has concluded.
Good. Alright, so do we have any Hantak that survived that process? Nope, we're good. We have several other member species that are... We have an election going as well. We have several other member species that need to be modified, but I'm not focused on that at the moment. You know, hang on. Are there any other... This is a primitive civilization. Curious if there's any others that we can uplift. But there aren't. We've already done it.
Situation log has
been
like,
if we get that much... Okay, good. Haruishi got elected again. Which I have to say is not particularly surprising.
Research concluded.
Nice. Okay, so a couple of things just happened at once here. First of all, we can go ahead and select a new research project. Habitability +5 sounds like a pretty good idea. Then again, so does fire rate +5%, given that we're about to go to war, so let's do that. We can select a new tradition. So warrior mindset will increase our army damage by 25%, and now we're 1 tradition away from another ascension perk. And speaking of ascension perks, we can finally add another one since we finished researching 1. And we can do unity ambitions as well, but we're not going to use those just yet, because we still have a very important purpose for our unity. I don't know if I want to do Voidborn in this series. I don't know that it's necessary. We would need Voidborn and Galactic Wonders. I don't know, maybe Is Voidborn not a prerequisite of these anymore? I don't necessarily see that it is. It used to be. This one does. Master Builders requires Voidborn, but Galactic Wonders only requires Mega Engineering. Now, does Mega Engineering only become available through this Ascension perk? Or do we get it eventually? That's the question that I have, which we'll have to figure out. Okay. So if that's the case, that's 2 more right there, and I have 3 left. I do like the idea of being able to terraform worlds into Gaia planets. I've got a multi-species empire, so that would really make things amazing. I think that might be the best way to go, just to do things a little bit differently. If we did World Shaper, what then would we have left? We would possibly need... Okay, so this one requires Voidborn or Galactic Wonders. So you might be able to get Mega Engineering automatically. So I could do Galactic Wonders without doing Voidborn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do World Shaper. I've had my eye on that one for a while. Now we can make Gaia planets. And we are over our naval capacity again. Really? Didn't see that coming. Even though I should have. Let's queue up some anchorages. Let's put things back on speed 3.
Construction completed.
Actually, we need to build the logistics offices first.
Construction completed.
All right. Build an off-world trading company there now, and then a couple more trading hubs. Help with our energy income. We still have room for a lot more stations, too.
A new world has been colonized.
Good. Akolam is done, and we still have... We're gaining influence right now. That's how quickly things are building up. Let's build a mining station there, followed by a starbase. And you can go ahead and build a starbase there. You can build a starbase there. You can build a starbase there. We have this guy on the way. I'm going to move him to the Singularity. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move him to Scod. Oh, did my influence go down already? Yeah, I guess it did. We did queue up a lot just now. But it's okay. We still have more in just a second.
Ship
we need to get these
upgrades
added.
applied.
So we don't have pirates spawn here later and just make my life miserable. We're actually very lucky that that hasn't happened already. Now, what's going on here? Why do you exist? Let's delete you. I don't feel like they need to be around. I feel like that might be one of the bugs that 2.0.3 fixes. And by the time you're watching this, I'm pre-recording a bunch of episodes in one sitting right now, so it might be that by the time you're watching this, 2.0.3 is available.
Construction completed.
Okay, so that's done. By the way, our new ruler probably needs some research stations, right? Yeah, he does. But thankfully, we're about to build several. Actually, I have a couple of proposals here I need to look at. Thanks for the energy credits. Very nice. Yeah, what's happening here with this? Hang on, do we have another situation where there's an overflow? Interesting. Not sure what your deal is. I'm going to going to kill both of these until my ships can figure out what the heck they need. Still working the kinks out. The developers are, that is, of the fleet management system. It's amazing. It's such an improvement. But sometimes you have random ships that just kind of hang out like that.
Construction completed.
And you don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. It's an interesting addition to the game dynamics. But once it's fully fleshed out, it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, let's go ahead and add SCOD. Star Fortress upgrades are taking their sweet time. Did I not research something that was supposed to make that faster? I'm just saying. I did. Upgrade cost and upgrade speed, so... it's a really long process, is all it is. But once these are done, the Naval Logistics Office and anchorages that are being built in all of them should, in theory, help. Resource silo.
Construction completed.
Alright, so SCOD has been added, and we're going to go ahead and add Rodanev and be done with it. And then I want you to build these mining stations, and I'll come back and tell you to build this other one.
Research concluded.
What do we got? Energy weapon attack speed is better now. Let's, building cost minus 5%. Let's go ahead and get the plasma cannon done. Ministry of Benevolence. Ooh. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. That's good for just making sure there's no faction troubles down the line, which we haven't had an issue with. We have almost 8 influence per month right now. So factions are pretty happy, in addition to the other benefits we're getting at the moment.
Construction completed.
Alright, so mining station's done in one of these new systems, which means you are ready for another project, aren't you? We're almost ready to colonize Dodanum.
Construction completed.
Alright, Okul has been added, so I think this construction chip would probably benefit most from just coming back out here to the border. That research station's almost done. Are we... and that might be the mandate.
Construction completed.
Yep, it is.
Construction completed.
There it is. Alright, we're 25 months away from another policy. Could happen this episode. We're fortunate. So, what are we looking at? Are we ready? I think we are. Yep, we've got the new ships built. Let's put you in Cytine. You can come back down to Imdar. Now, I need this station to have some defenses. I'll set those up real quick. Don't need crew quarters. I want this thing to be a pure defensive station. There we go. Let's do a hydroponics bay there. Okay, when the Naval Logistics Office kicks in, that'll help a little bit, but it'll get even better as more anchorages finish, as we've talked about multiple times. Probably need to comment on it less because people are probably pretty clear on the mechanics in either series at the moment if you're watching this far. Let's go for advanced Titan hulls. And we do have our fleets getting in position, and I'm ready to go ahead and attack. There's no reason to wait. Is that the Abskyki sector? I believe it is, yep. And then I want to have you come out here and build the XT-49 Singularities station. Just getting rid of anywhere where pirates could spawn. Oh, good. Shroud's accessible, so let's talk to the Shroud, shall we? Communicates. Reach in. There is a presence here, occupying this entire part of the Shroud. We have met spirits before, but this is something else, something vastly more powerful, something far more ancient. It seems unaware of us as of yet. Perhaps it is sleeping. Perhaps we are simply beneath its notice. Perhaps we should leave. High probability of success. As we reach out for the presence, oh, I know what this is. The minds of our telepaths are filled with a chorus of voices. No more than soft whispers at first, the cacophony grows in intensity, 1,000 voices speaking in unison. The voices introduce themselves as the whisperers in the void. They claim to be privy to all knowledge whispered in secrecy from one mortal to another, and offer to share some of these secrets with us, if we will only allow them into our consciousness. A trifling price, they assure us, we will barely even notice their presence. There is an urgency to their tone. So we can select this, a covenant with the whisperers in the void. Now this gives us additional... This is interesting. This isn't the end of the cycle. This is Whispers in the Void. This allows better influence gain and better research speed. This is kind of... I don't know. This is interesting to me. There will be a price to pay. But it might not be the worst price. I like the idea of the research speed boost and the influence gain boost. You know what though? I'm going to say no. I'm going to be smart. Or what I assume was smart. And not allow strings to be attached to that kind of a promise. Alright, in less than a month I'll be able to add the X941 singularity to my territory. Or at least queue that order up. Autosave. I long for the day when that is fixed. And a dialog box that you have open is not cleared by the autosave happening. Build mining stations. And let's add both of these to the Revic sector and Daba as well. Alright, so are we in position? Yes, we are. Let's take a quick look at the XT49 eliminators. We can declare war. So, what would the purpose of the war be, is the question. I mean, yes, it's containment, but like, what would the goals of the war be, I guess, is what I'm more interested in. Yes, it says that... How would I know, like, when I could make peace? Let's just declare war. Alright, so that's that. And now we are at war with them. Oh, that's right. It's a diplomatic proposal. All right, we are officially at war with them. We did get some energy credits in exchange for some monthly Teldar crystals, or we can get. Tell you what, let's go ahead and fly into the Landes system. Oh, no, not the First Fleet. First Fleet, stay here. I want you to go ahead and hit the Asmore system. Or should you go ahead... You know what? Yeah, why don't you go ahead and hit their main fleet here that's not too much of a problem right now. And deal a major blow to them right away. I'll take care of those mining drones later. I want to go ahead and have the second fleet jump into Imdar and start taking territory, so let's give them some orders. Alright, so once that's done, I want you to come back to Asmore and take that. Moment of Truth. A good song to be playing during a moment of truth, for that matter. Admiral gains trait. Following her recent sensor sweep of the Genium system, Admiral Nyos Beamson has learned how to deploy her units to maximize their sensor range. Few fleet commanders possess the skill to carry out such complex maneuvers. Good. Now, do I actually have an admiral with both fleets? Yes, I do. Just making sure. Let's go down to speed 2. It looks like they are evacuating the second machine fleet, so we're going to have to chase them down. So taking control of Ginium. Tell you what, let me go ahead and take Asmore from them so that we can have the gateway. Because I don't want them to have access to that. If they bring their fleet back, then so be it. I'm going to keep things on speed 2 for a moment. Plasma cannon's done. Energy weapon attack, speed, shield hit points. Let's go ahead and do shield hit points as a boost. Let's deal. Alright, so this station is fairly well defended. But against my Titan, they're not going to be able to do much. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have access to that gateway. And actually... Oh wow, we actually... It's interesting. It's showing us as controlling their territory immediately. Like, we're just straight up taking it from them. That's fascinating. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so the Asmore station is now ours, and we have full control over it. Cool! Alright, so we do need to eliminate these worlds here. So let's go ahead and take care of these, or this army. We need to see what's going on with the second machine fleet there as well. Alright, so the Landy system now belongs to us. I was not expecting that to happen. That's really nice. So this is actually going to be... I haven't declared war against this type of enemy before. I've just managed to avoid it. I don't know how. I've played lots of Stellaris. But as far as like declaring war over the Terminate Exterminators, like maybe I have, maybe I've just forgotten, but or maybe the mechanics changed, but still. Was not expecting this, and this is really cool. Alright, we have the Ministry of Benevolence available to us now. Ooh, yeah, these are all... let's go ahead and do leader enhancement. We have a new tradition available and a new ascension perk. So the Great Game. And as a result, we have war doctrines policies available to us. And we are currently in hit and run, but I could go for rapid deployment, which I like more, which improves sublight speed and weapons range. And we have a new ascension perk. Alright, so at this point, if I did... I don't know that I'm going to have access to master builders. See, I need mega engineering. It says, what's throwing me is it says or. So it's implying that you can have the Galactic Wonders Ascension perk without the Voidborn Ascension perk. Which is what I would like to try and do. I don't want to have habitats if I don't have to. Maybe I'll sit on the Ascension perk for a bit and see if any cool technology options become available to me. What you doing, game? There we go. Thinking about it for a second. Definitely adding their war weariness very quickly. Alright, these transports won't last long, nor will this station. What would be the best thing to do here? They look like they're fleeing that direction. I mean, I could just chase them. It's making me go around in the dumbest way, though. Not sure why. It's probably the FTL inhibitors causing a problem.
Construction completed.
All right, so that actually did not fall into our territory immediately, which makes sense because we have to conquer the planet. So it's the that's what it is. It's the FTL inhibitors, words, in these systems. Yeah, they're going to be actually really annoying until I get armies in play. So right now we have... What are you? We have a psionic avatar. Let's go ahead and start training some assault armies on Earth as well as on Sirius.
Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Excellent. I'm actually surprised at the Celestial Alliance's, why is it saying the war in heaven? It's not a war in heaven. These are just, it's really interesting. It's calling it that. War in heaven is when you have fallen empires involved in a conflict. How are we doing down here? Looks like pretty well. Both fleets are stronger, I think, than any other system they've got. Yeah, the FTL inhibitors are planet-side. That's the issue. See, we can only leave through the way we came in. So, yeah, we need to have armies ready. I wasn't anticipating that being as obnoxious as it is, which I should have, because I've run into it in other episodes recently. But live and learn. Let's hit up Distol. Nice. Yeah, we can actually take a bunch of territory over here without running into any... And that's a lot of their resource generation that they're losing. And that we're actually gaining quickly as we move through this territory. I think one change that's being made in 2.0.3 is these inhibitors can't do what they're doing to me right now if you capture the relevant starport. I think that's the way it works. All right, here's some of the new ambitions available to us. By the time I record the next episode, I might be able to reinstall 2.0.3. Or I guess it might be 2.0.4 by that point, but you get the point. Let's do a trading hub and nothing else there. Oh yeah. More anchorages. Perfect.
We are being hailed.
Pause. Sure. All right, you want a research agreement. It's not really going to help me. So let's say no. That's giving them a little bit too much, I think. Why can't I accept this anymore? They must have withdrawn it somehow. All right, so I have this Ascension perk still available. I'm just sitting on it. I want to see what happens with... my research options. Because we're still researching some basic non-endgame technologies. So let's kind of pay attention to that in the coming episodes and see if we can still get that tech. Then again, someone might just point out in a comment, no, you need that Ascension perk, which is how I think it has worked, and I'm just curious if it's changed. The tooltips are not saying anything specifically about Voidborn being required anymore. Okay, so we control Majek. We can now take Coder. And how are we doing up here? Still trading a bunch of armies on Earth. Once we take the planets, things will be a little bit easier. So we've got this fleet right here. That's actually a pretty decently sized fleet. I guess we'll say hello to him. I didn't realize it was quite that big.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
Yeah, they're attacking Nomatar. Smooth move. Let's see. Okay, I need to go crazy up here. Let's see. Let's add orders to these systems. Okay, that's about all I can do, but that's going to take a lot of their territory from them very quickly. It also takes anything the old tour... Well, no, the old tour could be down here. It looks like they already are taking some territory pretty easily. So these guys are kind of rolling over. It's somewhat disappointing. Ah, they jumped into Bonthir. So we actually can't reach them where they currently are. Let's fly to Avum and see if we can intercept them that way. Yep. They have made the mistake of flying their main fleet to Avum.
Construction completed.
This will be fun. The presence of the Titan is swinging the battle in our favor pretty heavily, but yeah, that just killed one battleship in one shot. Yeah, that did it. That did it. We win. In your face. Let's reinforce the fleet. There we go. I was waiting for it to actually show that we controlled it. Alright, our other fleet has arrived on the opposite side of territory, and they are just kind of going to roll through and take a whole bunch of this from the Eliminators. It looks like, yeah, we're making good progress down here. Their war weariness is officially higher than ours now, which, why it wasn't that way always, is a loss. I'm at a loss to explain it. We have a lot of influence. Let's see what we can learn from the processing hub. Research. Let's take a quick look at where else we can expand. Because we do have some additional influence here. Okay, armies have been recruited on Sirius Prime. And Coder Station, well, I don't really need anything from Coder Station. That doesn't really belong to us technically. It does, but it doesn't. But, alright, I will stop this one here, because we're going to keep steamrolling them, and if I don't take a look at the episode timer, I'll be playing for an hour before I realize what's happening. But let me take a quick look. Okay, we're good on our core worlds, nothing else happening. I do have a lot of energy, so what I can go ahead and do while I'm thinking about it is go ahead and terraform Beta Hydri. Now you are an Alpine preference. Which makes you, hang on. They're not going to like, these guys are not going to like if I terraform Beta Hydri. But I do have a tomb world. And I feel like this should be terraformed to... yeah, to a continental world. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's terraform that. And I may even have a few in sectors. Actually, that very first one was a tomb world. And the third one was. Okay. that's that. All right. Well, these guys are going to cruise around
Special
and...
project has
Okay, good.
concluded.
So we got some extra minerals from... Also, does that give us an additional edict? I feel like it does. No, we already have droning optimizations. That's been ours. All right, so these guys are going to keep cruising through this territory, and there may be some opposition, but not much. And then, meanwhile, we have some armies training up, and next episode we're going to be able to send those in and actually take planets and stop this FTL nonsense from continuing to interfere with us. And then it's a matter of just closing in on the capital of the Eliminators before the Ultur community does. I would just like to have this territory here. If the Ultur want to take the rest of this arm, more power to them. We just need to move faster than that. So we're kind of racing against our own Federation partner here, interestingly enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.